session has been facilitated by you, by your higher self, to bring you the energy that you need today at this point in your healing journey. So even events that are possibly perceived negatively, like technological issues or noise disruptions or whatever, they're being brought into your awareness for a beautiful and divine reason. And so that being said, even if our connection drops or the session is otherwise interrupted, it's okay. First thing that I want you to do is take a deep breath, send gratitude to your team in advance for helping to resolve the issue, and then just reconnect with the same link that you used to get into the Zoom the first time. No worries and no stress. And I want you to take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I will do the same. Breathing in beautiful, healing source energy, and breathing out any limiting thoughts, beliefs, or worries. Any energy that's no longer serving you. Breathing in and out. In and out. Today, we're calling in pure source energy, galactic beings, ancestors, spirit guides, and soul family that are of pure intention and beautiful, healing source energy. Exhaling any limiting thoughts, beliefs, and worries. Any energy that's no longer serving you. Just letting it go. In and out. I want you to rest in the knowingness that we are both divinely protected as we move through this session, asking our protector guides, both light and dark, our angels, and our spirit team to be present, to hold space, and provide an energetic boundary for us as we move into your healing space in the quantum, feeling the ultimate protection of divine source energy surrounding us, comforting, peaceful, and safe. Relaxing into the knowingness that we are divinely protected as we move through this session. Sending gratitude to our teams for providing this protection as we explore the quantum field for the remainder of this session. I want you to continue taking deep breaths in and out, imagining your heart breathing that air in and out. Each breath in through your nose and your heart, bringing you one step closer to total relaxation in and out. Your chest rising and falling as the air moves from your heart throughout your entire body, your entire beingness, in and out. Your heart is the center for everything that you are. Love, healing, and peace all start in your heart. As your heart moves that air throughout your body, it's moving the energy of love, healing, and peace throughout your entire beingness. The healing has already started. Your channel is now open. Breathing in and out in your heart and your entire being. In and out. Beautiful, healing, loving. In and out. Peace, stillness, and beingness. Today, you are ready to assist with Earth's shift, removing blocks and fears related to your gifts, and understand your career, your life's work, as well as understanding whatever the most important past life is for you to understand at this time. Whatever the divine would like you to know about these topics, you're open to receiving it with love and gratitude today. Is that right?
Yes.
Perfect. As you process the information in our session today, you will likely do it by seeing it, knowing it, and feeling it. Other avenues may open up as well. Hearing, for example. But just trust that the way it comes through is exactly the way that it's meant to present for you, your unique journey and healing experience today in our time together. This information is ever present. It's always available. Sometimes we try to convince ourselves that it's not there. We say, I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. I guess it isn't working. That energy is there. It wants to connect with you, and you want to connect with it. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Perfect. If you find yourself wanting to say that you can't see, hear, or otherwise perceive the information today, I want you to take a minute, pause, relax. Think about all of the beautiful energy that you channeled while preparing for this session. Sitting in the middle of the woods, surrounded by animals and flowers, listening to the beautiful nature sounds, eating strawberry cheesecake ice cream, sitting in front of your lake, looking at the moon and the stars. These things are not merely thoughts. They're not just imagination. You used your connection to all of those beautiful experiences to create a space in the quantum field that is uniquely yours. It encompasses the energy of balance, light and dark, feminine and masculine, yin and yang, earth and space, balance. I will ask for permission to speak with your higher self. And sometimes, if your conscious mind is still very present, it can feel a little awkward or fraudulent to say yes. But saying yes is just an important way to move on to the next part of the session. So even if it feels a little bit awkward or silly, saying yes is an important way to let your higher self know that you're ready for them to fully step forward. And it also tells your conscious mind that they can fully step back. I want you to know that every bit of the energy that you need to heal and that you need to understand, to have insight on, you've already called in to assist you today. It all exists within the beautiful, comfortable, safe space that you created for this session today. It's your personal healing space in the quantum, and you're in it right now, aren't you?
Yes.
How does it feel to be in your own healing space?
It feels safe.
Feels safe. That's good. That's really good. I want you to remember that with each transition through your senses and through the different elements, you'll fall deeper and deeper into your relaxed state. As we progress through experiences of vision, hearing, taste, earth, wind, and fire, your conscious mind will relax more and more, slowly stepping back until your higher self has fully stepped forward to facilitate healing and provide answers. Each transition brings you closer and closer to being in the perfect altered state of consciousness for your higher self to step forward. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. And now we're going to talk about those 3 sigils that you picked out for love, healing, and your higher self. Love is the song Light by Sleeping at Last. Healing is having a white light surrounding you, water cleansing you, the Reiki touch giving you healing energy. And your higher self is Minera, seeing angel numbers 111, the color blue, femininity, feeling her love. Are all of those sigils correct?
Yes.
Perfect. During our session today, I want you to carry a bag or a box or a purse. When we start out, it's empty. As you open yourself up to the energy of healing, of unconditional love, and of your higher self, those sigils will appear in your bag. I'll ask you to check your bag every so often to see which sigils are present. You may see them, feel them, or just know that they're present. Can you describe what it is that your bag or your box looks like for me?
It's my black bag. It's like a book bag.
Yeah.
So has two gold G's at the top.
Sounds beautiful. Do you wear it over your shoulders and on your back like a backpack?
Yes, like a backpack.
Yeah, nice. It's awesome. And now, just keep it in mind. Keep the energy of that bag present with you as you move through our session. And now, following my voice, allowing your conscious mind to take a break today, fully stepping back, allowing your higher self to come forward, relaxing, breathing, being, allowing your higher self to fully step forward. Next, I want you to think about the visuals that bring you comfort, and peace. Sitting in the middle of a forest, surrounded by animals and flowers, dark skies with mystical moonlight and stars, seeing a beautiful, colorful sunset, seeing your dog, Frappy, sleeping next to you in your room, just observing, peaceful and calm. It feels so relaxing, doesn't it?
Yes.
And now, thinking about how much you love the sound of rain, nature sounds like birds chirping, leaves rustling, owls hooting, crickets chirping, and music, sleeping at last, and even meditation music. So peaceful, so relaxing, beautiful. And now, imagining the scent of clean linen, nature smells, dirt, animals, trees, flowers, springs, Frappy's paw smell. Just taking it all in. So relaxing, so comforting, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. And now, taste. Hershey's milk chocolate, Nicaraguan rice, strawberry cheesecake ice cream. So delicious, so tasty. And now, imagine yourself laying on your bed with blue LEDs on, your warm, soft Rick and Morty blanket, taking a deep breath in and out, getting a hug from your boyfriend, cuddles from your dog. There's so much love and so much peace, isn't there?
Yes.
Great. And now, why don't you go ahead and check the bag that you're carrying with you. You can look in it, you can feel into it, you can just know what it is that's present in that bag, checking to see if the song Light by Sleeping at Last is present, checking to see if the white light surrounding you and protecting you is present, and checking to see if Monera is present. Are any of those things present yet?
Just light.
Perfect. As we continue to go, the other ones will show up as well. But for now, that healing energy is present. And that's perfect. That's just as it should be. Next, I'd like you to see yourself outside walking through nature trails, looking at the trees, animals, the sky, the life around you, sitting on the grass, looking up at the trees, sitting in front of your lake, looking up at the moonlight and the stars. What does that feel like to be in that beautiful space outside?
Feels calming, peaceful.
Calming.
Feels like
Peaceful.
home.
Good. And why don't you imagine now that you are outside in the woods, camping, watching a campfire, warm, bright, and beautiful against the night sky. And then watching the bright, fiery sun turning into a beautiful, multicolored sunset. Again, just taking it all in, enjoying it, soaking up all of that beautiful, healing energy. And now you find yourself sitting on the sand, watching the beach waves, the animals, and the sky, swimming on the beach, watching a beautiful waterfall over misty mountains. What else do you hear and see and feel in this space that you're in?
I feel safe. I feel like it's like it reminds me of home. Feels relaxing, calming.
Good. You're doing great. Gonna transition now. Gonna find yourself watching and feeling the air rush through distant blue mountains. You're standing on the top of mountains with the wind rushing over you, flying over the world, flying through the whole universe as the wind rushes through you and around you, realizing that just like magic, that breeze is lifting you up. Such a wonderful feeling, comfortable and safe, being lifted up and moving and floating. And you realize that you are being moved toward wherever it is that your higher self wants you to go today. You're drifting and floating through space and time. Your higher self leading you exactly where you need to go today. And as you get closer and closer to your destination, you start to slow down. The ground's coming closer You're just drifting down gently, anchoring your energy in to this new space that you're in. Understanding now a little bit more about where it is that your higher self has taken you today. And I want you to take a look around in this space that you're in and tell me what it is that you see when you take a look around.
I just see a lot of green, trees, a lot of people. The environment is brighter. The buildings are brighter. It's much sunnier. People wearing this colorful clothes. Just this planet is kind of fun looking. It's the only way I describe it. There's a school there, and I'm being shown the school.
What kind of a school is it?
It's a school for children. It's where they learn the spirituality of the society.
Yeah. Are there humans in this school, or are they different beings?
They're humans.
Hmm. How old are they?
Well, they look human anyway.
Yeah.
They're children, like small children,
Hmm.
like elementary.
Yeah.
I teach there.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a robe. And I really love it.
What kinds of things do you teach?
I teach them about the law of one, about how we're all one. Well, mainly, but we teach them other things. We teach them like the aspect of light and dark, and how it's really supposed to be looked at. You know, it's not so black and white.
Yeah.
That's very important for us to teach them, because in this society, it's been very talked about, and they have had a hard time with this concept.
Where is this society at?
I want to say, I don't know the name, but I know it's not on Earth.
Hmm. How did you get chosen to teach there?
I think they chose me because I I have gotten to a point where I was just becoming just sad. Like I started just teaching for fun, and they just sort of offered it to me.
Yeah. How did they come to you?
They just came to my home and asked me,
Hmm.
and I was thrilled.
Yeah. Who is it that came when they asked?
I'd say it's like it was the higher council of that society.
Hmm. How did your own relationship and connection to spirituality and source change when you stepped into this role as a teacher?
Got stronger, and I knew now that it was my duty to teach and help people
Yeah.
and spread the knowledge. Made me want to spread it more than just my society.
Yeah. Were you already living in this society when you were asked to start teaching?
Yes.
Got it. Is there anything else important or worth mentioning about this scene that you're looking at right now?
I loved what I did. I loved this life. It was wonderful.
Sounds like it was very peaceful and very fulfilling.
It was very fulfilling.
Yeah,
That's why I liked it.
yeah,
Because I did what I loved and I taught children, and I made the whole society just run as one.
right. Okay, that was beautiful. I want you to picture yourself leaving this scene now. You're just drifting and floating away very similarly to the way that you arrived, leaving with joy, gratitude, moving and floating, flying through a brightly colored, beautiful galaxy. You're watching the planets, the stars, and the galaxies pass over you, moving through portals, networks of consciousness, different dimensions, moving, headed towards the next destination that your higher self has in store for you. And as you move through space and time, you realize that you're not alone. You see the embodiment of pure, beautiful, divine masculinity, masculine source, the sun, that they've accompanied you. You're also seeing now that divine mother energy, Mother Gaia, the moon, divine feminine source, pure and beautiful, has also accompanied you. And so you move through space and time with this beautifully balanced divine masculine and divine feminine energy to accompany you, moving to the next destination that your higher self wants you to see. Do you find yourself slowing down now as you approach this next destination, drifting gently down to the surface, anchoring your energy into this new scene, allowing the information, the energy, the truth of this space to integrate, and then looking around, taking it all in, and telling me what it is that you see as you take a look around in this new space that you're in.
I'm on Earth. I'm in a life I had. I'm in my home. I live alone. It's like great bricks home.
Yeah,
I have 2 gardens in the front, and there's a cement pathway in the middle that leads to the door.
yeah.
It's a very small shack of a house, but I like it that way. I don't need or want much.
Why don't you look down at your body and tell me what it is that you see as you look down at your feet and then make your way up, telling me about your clothing and your body.
I'm an older lady. I live in the woods or just very far away from everyone.
Have you always lived alone?
Yes.
Is that the way that you prefer it?
At this time, yes. There's a lot of there's a lot of people coming around, and it's not the safest.
Tell me more about these people that come around and how it's unsafe.
They work for the establishment that sort of runs the whole place, like a religious establishment.
Yeah. And how do they make it unsafe?
They make it unsafe for anyone who just doesn't agree with them or does something else than they do.
Right.
Meaning they imprison you or just execute you.
What kind of an impact does that oppressive energy have on your everyday life?
It makes me not be able to do the work that I want to do. People have to usually come and just sort of sneak in or just be on the low when I help them or
How is
because
it that you help them?
I heal them. I do energetic work on them, on their bodies. Or I give them herbs like medicine.
So you're a healer and you use a protocol and methods that the mainstream wouldn't agree with, that they actually speak out heavily against.
Yes.
Do they know that you do this?
Yes.
Do they mostly turn a blind eye, or are you on their radar and it's just kind of luck that they haven't brought you in so far?
It's sort of luck, but I feel it running out.
Yeah. So you can intuitively sense that your time healing others is going to be coming to an end or changing in some capacity soon.
It'll be coming to an end.
Yeah. And what is that going to look like when it comes to an end?
They came to look for me. I was expecting it, but it still scared me.
Yeah. What was it like? Did they just come into your home?
Yes. They just sort of just came in, and I was
Yeah.
scared, and I tried sort of saying my last few words to them, but they wouldn't listen.
And then what happened next?
They killed me. They shot me,
Yeah.
and they either it was in the chest, but I can't really recall if it was shot or stab.
Yeah.
Sort of felt like both, but I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Yeah.
But after that, they just burned my remains.
Tell me about the first experiences that you had after you died and your soul was able to leave your body. What was that like?
I was very mad. I was mad and also sad because they couldn't see it how I saw it. And I was mad.
Yeah. Did you carry that anger with you for very long?
Yes, mostly to the establishment and their views.
Were you able to cross over to the spirit side, or did that anger and resentment prevent you from transitioning?
I was able to go, but not that easy.
Mm. What does that look like when that transition is not so easy?
I went to the other side, but I was heavily told that I shouldn't have done that or shouldn't have felt that. And I was heavily told that I would be going back to relive this trauma.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier when you're on the other side of a lifetime, like you are now, to look back on that lifetime and understand what the lesson or the purpose was in that lifetime. And so, with the benefit now of hindsight, what would you say the lesson or the purpose was for you having had that experience?
I learned to not hold in my own power because of others. But I also learned that I had to hold unconditional love for people that didn't agree with me, because we all had different perspectives and just different journeys. And I had to just forgive them,
Right,
but I couldn't in that life.
right. When it was decided that you would come back to experience a similar lifetime so that you could release that anger and make a different decision, have you incarnated into that, I don't know, do-over life again yet?
Yes, this one.
I see. So tell me then about your purpose in this lifetime that you're in right now.
I want to help and spread the knowledge that I have, but I am scared.
It sounds like the question that you had about wanting to understand your blockages and your fears in this lifetime that prevent you from accessing your gifts. It sounds like you've discovered the answer to that, that you had this lifetime where you were persecuted, where you were murdered because of your power, your gift, your abilities. And that makes it hard for you in this lifetime to want to tap into that.
Yes.
What is the key for you to be able to get through those blockages and that fear in this lifetime?
I think I have to realize that I'm safe. I never feel safe. I feel unsafe from people outside and also spirits
Yeah,
on the other side.
right. How can you release the fear and welcome in love and safety?
I have to release the anger.
How can you go about doing that?
I have to go and tap into the other so it's like I have to go and look at it from a different perspective, the situation as well as the establishment that did this. I have to see that they also got unconditional love in their own way, that it wasn't so black and white, light and dark, because I gained a lot of bias against it. I have to realize that we're all one, and all beliefs are all one too.
Right. Okay. I think that this is a good place to ask for your conscious mind to fully step back, moving into the role of observer, leaving that space available for your higher self to fully step forward, allowing just effortless flow. And now I'd like to ask for permission to speak with your higher self. Do I have permission to ask Belen's higher self some questions?
Yes.
Perfect. I know that there are a lot of different lifetimes that you could have chosen for Belen to see today, but you chose to bring forward these two particular lifetimes for her, the one as a teacher and the one as a healer that ended in murder. Why is it that you brought these particular past lives forward for her to see today?
She needed to see her full potential, and as well as how that full potential got taken, so she could remember and be aware of what she's capable of.
What is the biggest obstacle that she faces right now in being able to move past the fear and the anger from that lifetime?
Her fear of not being worthy, not feeling that she could really do it.
Maybe in order to release that energy, it would be helpful for her to focus on the opposite energy, the energy of her being worthy and being capable.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some little things that she can do in her everyday life that will help her build that confidence?
she should try to speak out more, because she doesn't always say what she's really thinking, or doesn't tell people what she believes to be truth, because she's just scared
Yeah,
of being wrong and of being judged.
right. Kind of sounds like fear is no longer a legitimate reason for her to choose not to do something. Sometimes she may decide that she doesn't want to do a thing, and that's okay, but maybe being more aware of not letting fear be the only reason that she chooses not to do something. Would that be helpful?
Yes.
Does she still have any karma or residual energy or contracts from that healer lifetime where she was murdered that she's needing to work through?
She has to work a little bit of karma with her mom. She needs to just forgive a bit more. She still holds on to it.
What is the connection with the karma with her mom?
Her mom was part of that group that killed her.
Yeah. Is that part of the reason that they decided to incarnate together in this lifetime, was to work that out?
Yes.
So just embodying and channeling that energy of compassion and forgiveness.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else that would be important for her to know at this time about her relationship with her mom?
She needs to understand that you can love someone unconditionally and not agree with them.
Right.
That's one of her lessons too.
Okay. Do you have any advice for her moving forward about actual, tangible steps to take in her relationship with her mom?
She needs to not let other people's words define her, or not let people's words be the only reason she does anything. She needs to learn how to do things just because she likes them, she enjoys them, and she doesn't need anyone's validation.
Right. So not being attached to her mom's opinions or preferences or anything like that. Just allowing her mom to have whatever opinions and thoughts that she wants, and everything that her mom opinionates about is acceptable.
Yes.
Right. That doesn't mean that, Belen has to do or not do anything based on what her mom says. It just means that her mom has opinions, and that's it, the end. It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. What can you tell Belen about her purpose and her role as far as ascension and helping with Earth's energetic shift?
She came here to help she's supposed to be a healer once again. That's one of her challenges and purposes, is to overcome that fear and that self-doubt, and just help people by healing them and spreading the knowledge that healing comes from not only the physical, but the spiritual, the mental, and the physical.
Right. It's really just sitting with what it even means to be a healer.
Yes, she doesn't like what she's going into now.
Does that mean that she should choose something different, or is that an experience that her soul wants for her to have?
She needs to choose something different. It's an
Yeah.
experience she chose to have, but now it's time for a different one, and she's
Yeah.
scared to take that leap.
Right. What would be some highest timeline options for her as far as her career and her life's work?
She wants to be a Reiki teacher, and she wants to try to get people to see the connection between the mind, body, and spirit. She wants to like be able to get people to see the actual connection and be able to give the facts.
Is that type of work and that career path something that she should be working towards right now, or is that something that's down the road more distantly?
That's down the road. First, she has to get in the field of the physical first.
Hmm.
She
Will she
doesn't
have?
want to.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
She doesn't want to, but for a while she's gonna have to.
And does she have an idea of what that means?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you'd like for her to know about career and work?
I want her to know that she's capable, and she doesn't realize the big work that she has ahead of her because she's too scared and too limited by her beliefs.
Yeah.
If she would get out of those, she would see that it's been in her face all along, and that she doesn't have to listen to anyone else but herself and what she
Yeah.
needs.
So it'll just be a process then.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other information about past lives she's had that are important for her to know about right now?
She also seems to be having insecurity issues in regards to love.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't seem to believe that it could be with her and be with her forever.
What's the best way for her to address that moving forward?
She needs to stop thinking that people won't love her if she shows who she really is.
Right. Is that an energy that she's close to being able to integrate, or is that going to be just take some time for her to move into?
She's close to integrating it.
Okay. Is there anything else on that topic that you'd like for her to know?
No.
I was wanting to ask if Belen and I have ever had a past life together.
Yes.
What was the nature of that past life?
You were one of her teachers. You taught her a lot. And she looks up to you. She, for some reason, sees you as very motherly. You have a very motherly energy to you.
Yeah. Oh, I hope that I can be a teacher for her again in this lifetime. That's beautiful. Is there anything else that you'd like for her to know before we end the session today?
She needs to actively try and work on her likes, hobbies, and mission. She gets distracted a lot.
What does she most often get distracted by?
Work that's not necessary for her work, for her purpose here on earth,
Yeah.
and just other people's opinions.
Yeah. I think humans often view it as selfish to invest their energy into themselves passionately, but that's basically the only way that we're able to be truly of service to others is when we've first been truly of service to ourselves, right?
Yes, she has not been service to herself yet,
Right,
but she wants to be service of others.
right. I imagine that once she's able to embody that energy of serving to herself, that she will effortlessly find herself being able to be of service to others as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like for her to know today?
She seems to think that life is always rough for her. she doesn't realize that it's that way for a reason.
Right.
It's there to teach her lessons. She needs to change her perspective on that.
Life isn't hard. It just is. It just is what it is. It doesn't have to be viewed as hard or negative.
Yes. And she seems to feel like it's always after her.
Right.
That's something else she needs to learn how to get rid of.
Right. Okay. What is the best way for her to release that energy?
She just needs to realize that her upbringing and her future are not the same. And she creates her future, not the other way around.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'd like her to know today?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming through today and helping Belen and helping everyone else on the live understand what this energy is all about. All of us really appreciate it, so thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I'm going to ask the higher self to step back now and allow Belen to integrate slowly back into full awareness, gentle and slow, allowing her to come fully back into her body. Your eyes are still closed. Feeling your energy return now to the present day and time, becoming more aware of your physical body and aware of your surroundings, anchoring your energy into your body, starting to move your arms, your hands, your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling the remnants of that divine energy still flowing through you, feeling so relaxed, comfortable, and safe. Sending gratitude to everyone who participated in your session today, slowly coming back to your 3D awareness. And now, opening your eyes, stretching, moving, integrating back into your current reality.